St. Simeon in the Grove is a small monastery, all things considered. A mere 20 monks, aged from 12, 2 boys left on the doorstep some years ago, to 95, the librarians. Edda has let me take our oldest horse, a tall beastie with feathered feet and a mane like a blanket. Hengroen moves slowly and surely. It's a bit like being on a very sturdy boat. His gait is almost floating, which makes him feel both safe and seasick after an hour on his broad back. My rear protests as I dismount and groan loudly. The young monk who comes forward to take Hengroen looks astounded as I tip back the hood of my thick travelling cloak. Obviously, he has been brought up to believe women are crafty creatures, both fragrant and evil, but not given to terrible bodily noises. He should hear Edda after a meal of beans. Larkwide will see me, I say, before he begins the speech about how my kind are not allowed in the monastery. A rule instituted since, in fact because of, my father's tenure. I'm bringing a book. Of course, I'm assuming he will see me, as he has done before, that he will not remember that little fracas a few years back. This young man knows the librarian collects tomes, is consulted on them regularly, is an authority on things that hold words in one place. I'm banking on the very good chance that he has been terrified by at least one of the old man's tirades and will be too afraid to refuse me. Don't worry, I say, and pat his hand. He shivers the way a horse does when a fly lands on his hide. I'll take the side entrance so as not to cause a fuss. I'm rewarded with a flash of relief, and he nods, leading my great mount to the stables for a rest. I dart across the rectangle of snow that in summer is a patch of green, keeping my head down, but I needn't bother. Most of the brothers are at prayer this time of day. At the base of a tall tower, not the one with the bell in it, the one opposite, there is a small slender door, overgrown with winter ivy, which in this season looks deceased, as if the wall is shedding its skin, but a sharp eye will note the grey handle twisted about with dead vines, almost invisible. I get splinters, but the ingress opens with relative ease. Inside, there is a set of black stone steps curving around and up. The air is dry and cold, but warmer as I rise. I can smell ink and paper and old man. The librarian is shuffling back and forth between cases, twitching folios from the shelves which line the walls, muttering, sliding them back into place, or shifting them to another spot. In the centre of the tower is a series of platforms, weighted down with even more tomes, reached by a sort of elevator and pulley system that creaks above. As I watch, a thin monk slips onto the third platform, nimbly balancing an armful of volumes. Larkwide glares upward as dust particles drift down. I told you, he yells, to clean your shoes. And did you? Did you? There is a muffled and indecipherable reply from aloft, and the old man swears softly. Father Larkwide? He swings around in surprise and squints at me. He won't rant about me being a woman, although he may rant about my incursion. He shared in many of my father's adventures, but his continued presence at St. Simeon is testament to both his inability to produce offspring and to his unassailed position as bibliognist. By virtue of his irreplaceable knowledge, his transgressions could be, and have been, overlooked. Unfortunately for Adalbert's career, he lacked the librarian's uniqueness. Anyone can be an unenthused abbot, a mediocre copyist. Father Larkwide, I need to talk to you, I say, and hold up the satchel hanging at my side. His eyes sparkle, and he gestures for me to come closer. He peers at my face, and recognition dawns. Adalbert's girl? The clever one. I grin and nod. Gaither, I need you to look at something. Why me? He grumps, contrary for the sake of it. Because there's none like you. His ego, duly stroked, allows him to lead me along a maze of shelves to an alcove just big enough for a writing desk and 2 chairs. He sits and invites me to do the same. I draw the thing out of the bag and unwrap it from the layers of shawl, then place it on the table between us. Larkwide leans forward to read the now visible title. I have been working at it, testing out a variety of oils and soft cloths, trying to wear away at the black mess. It was slow toil. If I used too much of the lubricant, too much pressure as I rubbed, the stuff would have simply eaten its way through the cover. It's a capricious mix with a peculiar personality all of its own, bought from the strange little man who travels in spring and summer and brings me supplies of the things that are hardest to find. I clean to the surface, 1 letter at a time, so carefully, so very carefully until Marie Canis Magica, a book of craft.